Welcome back. Today is the 17th of February 2022. I want to pick up in reviewing, analyzing sheet number 3. As you can see, sheet number 3 is the top view or plan view of both the exterior and the interior. It's quite a unique layout for a construction document, floor plan, because this shows both the floor plan and on both decks, both levels, as well as the outside. And the reason I did that is because if I'm going to show the top view, might as well, if I can, show the top view from both the outside and the inside. Why not? So this is probably one of the most important drawings, most important sheets to review during any part of the process, whether it be review, design, construction, addition, repair, modification, because this drawing shows the floor plan, what it's conventionally called the floor plan, inside walls, even some of the inside lumber. As you can see, they are detailed here. The lumber used, the wood members, the vertical columns especially used in each floor. It also details where the doors are for each room. For example, one door here. You can see another door right there. You can see the curve or the arc for each door swing. Shows the areas like the kitchen. I even detailed the furniture in this view. Some of the appliances, shelves, and the bed, of course, in the bedrooms, desks, tables, shelves, chairs, storage areas, or closets. There you can see the living area. The window is also detailed here, and measurements for those as well, to where their location is as far as their circumference goes, from this edge to the middle of the window is measured and given as a dimension. Again, dimensions given throughout, mainly in each room, as wall lengths, since there's a curvature here. Of course, it's a bit more challenging to give dimensions as opposed to a squared or rectangular room. So here, for example, I'm given the dimension of this distance from wall to wall, and this distance from this edge of this wall to the edge of this wall here, given right here. And that is this dimension here by this leader, shown by this leader, 8 foot or 241 centimeters. You can see the corner room there for I call it the PV room, but it's also the electrical room, living area. This is in the wrong spot. I need to delete that. That's the entrance area there. There's a curtain, optional curtain here in the middle that is shown right in front of that pillar, the center pillar or column. You can see the bathroom. This is the first level, of course, the first deck. So again, this is the first deck floor plan, what is conventionally called the floor plan. A lot of designers, architects, engineers separate the floor plan from the furniture plan. In this case, I did not find it absolutely necessary. There's not that much furniture, and the furniture that there is doesn't block the designer or the builder from looking at most of the dimensions and measurements. Of course, this one is not the latest version. I could tell because this measurement here I changed to centimeters. However, it shows what I need to show right now. That's not really so important, and only very minor details have changed. As you can see, this is the key figure, or the key map as they call it, showing the first level, which is being shown right here. The measurement or the dimensions on the outside again are from edge to center of the windows, not necessarily from edge to edge. I believe that to be a bit better for the builder, so they can, if they know that the size of the window as far as the width, then they can place each window and know where that edge is going to be automatically. So I just went from middle to middle, from center to center of each window. As you look at it from the top, a plan view, with the exception of these edges right here. I did measure from these edges where the covered entrance is, and went from there to the center, and then kept on going until I went to the other center. As you can see, most of the rooms, if not all, are dimensioned as best possible, and I believe with the dimensions given, you can definitely get very close to the actual dimension, if not precisely so. And not only that, but when this drawing is printed out on the sheet that is supposed to be printed out, which I believe is an ISO A1, then you can apply these and use your scale to find out any measurement that you would like. And when I'm talking about a scale, an architect's or builder's scale, this is what I'm talking about. It's a ruler that has different scales on each side and on each end, and of course it could be imperial or metric, and you can measure anything on this sheet as printed out in scale. It has to be printed out in the exact size that it is supposed to, which is ISO A1. And you could find out without looking at this that this in fact is 5 foot between here to here, or 151 centimeters. You can in fact find out that between here and here is 335 centimeters using the scale. If this dimension was not there, for example, on this side. And there are plenty of things that are not dimensioned, like this shelf. You may want to know exactly what the length and width of this shelf is designed to be, so you can match it and find out with a scale. Etc. So moving on to the second deck, second level. It's pretty much same theme, same methodology used with the dimensioning. This room right here is measured by the longest side, or the wall length on each side. Of course, the dimension from here to here would not be the same as from there to there, but that is what you have to deal with when you're dealing with a curve or an arc like that. And hopefully these will help. These dimensions here, again from window center to window center. These are the second deck windows, the smaller ones. Again, this dimension here from window center to window center. So this circumference should add up to the total circumference length of, if you were measuring again from the center of that window. So it would be the bottom from the center, the bottom center of that window. You have to imagine a circumference coming all the way around to the bottom of the center of that window. Not necessarily the edge here, but it will get you there as precisely as possible. That dimension will. I have provided for both plans, both decks, the diameter here shown for the first deck, a diameter for the entire circumference of the first deck, which in that case is 29 foot or feet 6 inches, or 898 centimeters. This here shown a bit differently with the ray going all the way across, and it's 803 centimeters. The diameter of this circle, of this entire circumference, as you can see, is a lot smaller, a few feet smaller. This one is a few feet smaller than this one. Looks like about 3 feet difference, more or less. I'm measuring the inside circumference, the inside of that wall, or the inside of that. This is a representation of the wall, of course. The wall in a dome like this is going to be curved, and as looking at it from the top, you're not going to notice, the curvature. All you'll see are, if you section it or cut it, let's say right at the level of the second level, kind of like if you do it like that, if you cut this right here and you show this part, this line, as looked at as a section, This is all you'll see. This double line here representing a cut section of that dome, of that structure. And it would be about that long across, which is the diameter. So coming up to this side, you can see the doors are pretty much a bit smaller than the ones on the second floor. It's a tighter area. Space is more of a premium than the first deck. For obvious reasons, is smaller. And you can see the area here where you enter. This is like a small foyer as you enter, as you come up the staircase from the first deck. Enter here. This is an opening without a door. You enter here, and you have a choice to go into the bridge into the other side of the second deck, or you can enter into this room number 3, where you can see it's set up to be an office. All it has is a table here. I believe there is a bookshelf here, or some sort of computer stand here, which is not showing, and a closet here for whatever storage. And it could easily be turned into a small, very small bedroom. And of course, the second deck has a bathroom accessible to anyone on the second deck, including anyone being on this side, going through the bridge, on the bridge, and entering the bathroom here. This is a bit outdated. There is no door right here. This door has been removed. And this bedroom here, which is a larger bedroom, larger room on the second deck. Again, this is room 4. This has to be updated. The person that would inhabit that room could go to the bathroom by exiting and going in through this door. This is an open area to the lower level. There is no floor area here on the second deck. Same here on this side, open down to the first level. It's open to the first level on both sides. So you can stand here and look down at the kitchen area, which this would be the kitchen area as seen here on this plan. And you can stand there and look down this side into the living area. As you can see, the key map shows what is being shown here, which is the second deck. This yellow circumference represents the circumference of the first deck. This one here. And I may have to show that, or somehow say that here. So that needs to be updated. And these views here are just for reference, so you can catch a glimpse, an idea of what the structure would look like. This, of course, is showing the paneling. This panel, these panels would be completely covered and unseen in the finished structure, the finished home, because they would be covered by a layer of, or more than one layer of material, whether it's spray-on material or one or more layers of a wrap, a weather resistant, UV resistant wrap, basically to cover the entire structure. Of course, not the windows or the hole that is on top. And of course, there is a glass cap there that will prevent any kind of rain, water, snow from coming in. It will allow air to come in because it does have narrow openings down at the bottom, and you'll see with a bit more detail what that is in later sheets or drawings. I have included a summary of measurements used and a logical, what I believe is a logical sequence of descriptions of how you use each measurement, how you determine what each measurements are, both in imperial, inches and feet, and metric, centimeters. The entire drawing is pretty much using centimeters. And as you can see, there's a human reference here from the top plan view that shows you, gives you a little idea of what a scale, human scale would look like as seen from the top, from an elevated location, position. These are just representations, graphic representations of a top view of the structure, or a plan view. You know, some people call it bird's eye view. That's why the bird is there. And what the scale is, the real building would be 250 or 2500 millimeters. Every millimeter of drawn on paper measurement as measured. Or if you want to look at it another way, every 2500 millimeters that you see in real life is going to be translated into, or transcribed, or transferred into the paper, the A1 ISO A1 sized paper. It will be transcribed as 1 millimeter for every 2500 millimeters. And again, I put these plans together for the lay person, for any lay person, any untrained person to read, to understand, to put together. Of course, this is again a work in progress. This is nothing that's been finished at all. So save your comments about it being missing this, it being missing that. Of course, you can contribute. You can comment as to what can be added. But again, don't say it's not there because you missed it. It's there. It's probably not there because it has not been put in, although it has been thought of. Or also, there is a very, very good chance that I have missed a lot, and I will be happy to include anything that I have missed that is absolutely necessary or even helpful to the plans. Thank you very much. I will leave this at that, and the next sheets will be sheet number 4. So we'll be discussing that next video. Thank you.